Welcome to the Parsha Perspective. Each week, we will delve deep in a weekly Torah portion to find a practical and insightful way to enhance your daily life. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Shalom Yemini. Each week, we will look into the weekly Torah portion to find inspiration that will complement your daily life and intensify your connection to God. This week's Parsha Perspective is dedicated in honor of the birthday of Eliyahu Ohr Ben Chana. May Hashem bless him and his family with a year filled with much success, health, and happiness. This week's Parsha Perspective is also sponsored in memory of Shlomo Ben Edward. May his soul be uplifted and his memory a blessing. This week is a double Torah portion and the end of the book of Bamidbar, Parshas Matos and Massei. Our Parshas begin with Moshe teaching the tribal leaders many laws concerning vows and promises. Hashem then instructs Moshe to wage war against the country of Midian. This battle was in retaliation for the chaos they created amongst the Jewish nation. Moshe then gathered 1,000 soldiers from each tribe and mounted an attack against the country of Midian. When they emerged victoriously, they killed their kings and every fighting age male, including Bilam, the famous non-Jewish prophet who tried to curse the Jewish people. And when the soldiers returned home, they gave Moshe an exact total of the spoils of war and then divided it equally amongst themselves. However, a question comes to mind. The Parsha begins with Moshe telling the tribal leaders the laws of vows and promises. As the Pasuk writes, Vaydaber Moshe el Rosh HaMatas levnei Yisrael lemar, zeh hadavar asher tziva Hashem. And Moshe spoke to the leaders of the tribe, saying, this is what God commanded. Ish ki yidir neder laHashem, o hishava shavua le'oiser iser al nafshay, lo yechel devarav ki chol hayotzim mipiv ya'aseh. If a man makes a vow to God or makes an oath to prohibit something from himself, he shall not violate his word, for whatever comes out of his mouth he shall do. But we must ask, what prompted Hashem to now teach Moshe Rabbeinu and the Jewish people the laws of vows and promises? The Rabbeinu Bechaya on that pasuk explains that the reason Hashem gave the laws of vows and promises now is because it was quoted in the ending of last week's parsha. As the pasuk writes, Elu tasu laHashem b'ma'adechem, levad and these sacrifices you shall give to God at the stated times. And this is in addition to your vow and free will offerings. And since vowed sacrifices were mentioned, Hashem taught the rest of the rules concerning oaths and promises to Moshe Rabbeinu and the rest of the Jewish nation. However, the Lubavitcher Rebbe gives a deeper and more powerful explanation. He quotes an apparent contradiction with the idea of vows and promises in Judaism, as he quotes the Mishnah in Pirkei Avos that writes, Nedarim siyag leperushos, that vows are offense to abstinence, denoting to the fact that vows and oaths are valuable tools to help a person refrain from physical indulgence and gratification. However, there is also a Talmud Yerushalmi that writes in Nedarim that there's no need to add more prohibitions in one's life, for the Torah has already prohibited all that is forbidden to the Jewish people. This would imply that the Yerushalmi maintains that one should avoid promises and vows in their daily lives. So the Rebbe answers this paradox by clarifying that the Mishnah and the Yerushalmi are focusing on two different people, and even two separate stages in one's life. The Mishnah is addressing a person who cannot restrain themselves from physical indulgence which interferes with the connection to the one above. And the Mishnah's solution for this person is to make a vow on the permitted to help them regain their self-discipline. However, the Yerushalmi, on the other hand, is dealing with a person who can enjoy and utilize the physical pleasures for a holy purpose, such as preparing delicious foods and excellent wines for the Shabbos meal to fulfill the vital mitzvah of enjoying Shabbos. And for this type of person, the Yerushalmi maintains that they must use the world's physicality to create a sanctuary and a home for God in their midst. Now it is clear why Hashem gave the laws of vows and promises at this time, for the Jewish nation was about to wage war with the people of Midian, a nation who made many people, including leaders, sin in a manner that immensely angered God and brought death upon the Jewish people. Hashem is cautioning those who did not handle the temptation of Midian correctly to not go to war with Midian. Instead, stay back and work on regaining your self-discipline and control. However, if you were one of those that controlled their attraction to the Midianites, go to war and avenge your brothers and sisters. Fight to bring back the holiness and sanctity to the children of God. In our daily life, it is imperative that we be able to take a good look at ourselves and take stock of what needs to be worked on, and subsequently apply the necessary effort to affect change in your life. For discipline is the bridge between achieving your goals and accomplishing your potential. There's an amazing quote by Abraham Lincoln. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Have a great weekend and good Shabbos. Thank you for tuning in to the Parsha Perspective. Check out our website, theparshaperspective.com. Send thoughts and comments to theparshaperspective@gmail.com. Till next time, thanks for listening.